AI as a quick fix for Australia's housing crisis. It sounds revolutionary, but it could be a dangerous gamble, one that risks repeating the costly mistakes of the infamous Robodebt fiasco. Earlier this month, Paul Scully, New South Wales Minister for Planning and Public Spaces, boldly called the state government's new AI initiative to tackle the housing shortage a game changer. The plan involves launching an AI-driven system designed to cut through bureaucratic red tape and accelerate the construction of new homes, with the goal of having it operational by the end of 2025. Scully emphasized that this technology would help get construction underway and put new keys into new doors. The Federal Treasurer, Jim Chalmers, later praised the initiative, urging other states and territories to follow suit. He framed AI adoption in planning as a way to unlock more housing and boost productivity across the economy. This push aligns with the broader abundance agenda, which focuses on speeding up building approvals to stimulate economic growth. Other parts of Australia are already moving in this direction. Tasmania is crafting its own AI policy, while South Australia is piloting a small-scale program that allows applicants to submit digital architectural plans, which AI then automatically assesses against set criteria. But the big question remains: can AI truly be the quick fix for Australia's deep-rooted housing crisis? Cutting through the red tape is a major focus. At last month's Productivity Roundtable, housing and AI were front and center. Federal Ministers Claire O'Neil, Housing, and Murray Watt, Environment and Water, jointly highlighted the urgent need to ease the regulatory burden for builders. They pointed out a significant bottleneck. Around 26,000 homes are currently stuck in assessment due to environmental protection laws. AI is being touted as the tool to simplify and speed up assessments and approvals. However, the exact role AI will play in the complex planning system remains unclear, leaving room for speculation. Will AI simply check applications for completeness and help classify documents, as some Victorian councils are experimenting with? Or will it take on more advanced tasks, like drafting parts of assessment reports, as is already happening in the Australian Capital Territory? Could AI go even further, perhaps gaining some autonomy in certain parts of the assessment process? If so, where would this happen? How would it integrate with existing systems? And crucially, how much would it replace expert human judgment? The allure of AI as a quick fix is understandable, but it risks overshadowing deeper, systemic problems, such as labor shortages, financial and tax policy issues, and the decline of social and affordable housing. Moreover, AI is quietly reshaping the planning profession itself, with potentially serious consequences. Planning isn't just about processing paperwork. It involves nuanced judgment, site visits, listening to community voices, and balancing local and broader contexts. Removing these human elements can make the system brittle, displace planners' expertise, and blur accountability when mistakes occur. AI errors are notoriously difficult to trace, with explainability being a well-known Achilles heel of the technology. The New South Wales government suggests that having a human make the final decision is enough to address these concerns. But AI doesn't just passively wait for approval. It influences, nudges, and frames what information is highlighted or overlooked during assessments, often in subtle ways. For example, if AI emphasizes certain ecological risks over others, it could skew an assessor's briefing, even if local communities prioritize different concerns. Or, if AI ranks one assessment pathway as the best fit based on hidden patterns in its training data, assessors might unconsciously lean toward that option, unaware that their choices have already been narrowed. This brings us to a cautionary tale: Robodebt, Centrelink's automated debt recovery program, which was not even AI but a simple spreadsheet system, was sold as an efficiency booster but ended up causing widespread harm. It triggered a $4.7 billion scandal, a major class action lawsuit, and a severe loss of public trust in government. If governments rush to adopt AI for planning without careful consideration, they risk repeating Robodebt's mistakes. The fear of missing out on technological progress is real, but the smarter approach is to pause and ask, what exact problem are we trying to solve with AI? And does everyone agree that AI is the right solution? Only after clarifying these questions can we tackle the harder challenge, how to implement AI responsibly, avoiding the pitfalls that have plagued past innovations. This is where responsible innovation comes in. It means anticipating risks and unintended consequences early by involving those who will use and be affected by the system. It requires actively seeking out blind spots and being ready to respond to impacts as they arise. There is a wealth of research, case studies, and frameworks on responsible innovation that can guide the design and deployment of AI in planning. The key is to engage deeply with root causes and unintended effects, and to critically examine the assumptions behind the AI's purpose and vision. Ignoring these fundamentals risks turning what's touted as a game changer into yet another cautionary tale alongside Robodebt, an innovation sold as a leap forward that ultimately backfired. What do you think? Is AI truly the silver bullet for Australia's housing woes? Or are we setting ourselves up for another costly failure? Share your thoughts and join the conversation below. Ehsan Nabavi is a senior lecturer in technology and society at the Responsible Innovation Lab, Australian National University. This article was originally published on The Conversation. The author thanks Nigar Yazdi, an urban planner and member of ANU's Responsible Innovation Lab and the Planning Institute of Australia, for her contributions.